Good morning, students. Ayakancha Misra, your TGT science teacher, welcomes you all in a new chapter that is in your class 8th. So, starting with the new chapter that is the cell, a fundamental unit of life. Before going to do the fundamental unit of life, students, I would like to tell you about what the cell is. Basically, cells are the building blocks of life. It is found in every plants and animals, and even human beings are all made up of the cells. In your hands you can see striated epithelial lines, students. Here, like if you will do your hands like this, stretch it like this, you will find a lining like this. Okay, these lining are basically the cells. Means your all body, all system, all plants and all animals are made up of cells. These cells are the building blocks. What do you mean by building blocks? By the building blocks I mean that they help in making or building your body system or the plant system or the animal system. Okay, building blocks, considering about what is the building blocks do in your system, they help in growth, repair, reproduction, development. Means overall whatever functions goes on in your body or runs in your body or in the plants, like photosynthesis, transpiration and whatever students, these all the processes are to be done by the help of the cells. Without the cells, without the formation of cell, without the help of self, nothing is possible inside our body or inside plant body or inside animal body. So cells are basically the building blocks of our life or of our body. Basically, the cells are first of all invented by the Robert Hooke in 1665. Remember this, cells are first of all invented by Robert Hooke in 1665. What did he do? The Robert Hooke first of all take out some pieces of bark from the stem of a plant, of a tree, and then what did he do? He take out the cork cells from that bark and then stained it, kept it under the slide and observed it under the microscope. When he observed it under the microscope, what did he found? He found a honeycomb like structure like this. Okay, these kinds of structure he found under the microscope, which he found by the cork cells of the bark. Okay, when he observed these cells, then he termed these type of structures as the cells, and then the invention of cell was to be done by the Robert Hooke in the 1665 from the cork cells of the bark. Cells are basically the structural and functional unit of life. If we come to the definition of the cell, we call that cells are basically the structural and functional unit of life. What do you mean by structural and functional unit of life? Students, in structure, as our body grow or the plant body grows, like their stem, roots, leaves, and inside our body also our bones, our muscles, our skin grows as we grow older. So cells are very helpful in that. Coming to the functional part means our metabolism, our activities, our respiration, our photosynthesis, reproduction, not our photosynthesis, plants photosynthesis, our reproduction, our development, and the plants photosynthesis also are to be done by the help of cells. So structural and functional activities, either metabolism or any growth, development and repair, are to be done by the cells. That's why they are to be called as the structural and functional unit of life. Students, as you all know that without your brain you can't do anything, you can't remember anything, you can't work anything, because brain only sends messages to the impulses and to the nerves. Okay, so brain is basically a unit of our memory, our memory. So same way cells are also the functional and structural unit of our life. Without it, nothing change, nothing new, nothing growth, nothing can be done in our body or in the plant system. So students, as I was telling you that cells are the basic and functional unit of life. So let's start. Cells are fundamental unit of life. As you can see it here, that cells are invented by Robert Hooke in 1665. He take the cork cells. I already told you that he take the cork cells from the bark of a tree, then observe those structure under the microscope and name them cells. Students, you can see this in the black hole, black circle. There are cork like, honeycomb like structure. Those structures are to be called as the cells. Okay. Coming to the next, you can see here the cells are the structure and functional unit of life. They are attached to each other. In human body they are in millions, and in plants they are in one number or one more than one in number. As to the number of cells, we will discuss it later on. Coming to the structure, you can see it here. They are the brick like wall also, and in the onion peel also you can see they are a brick like structure, and same structure you can see on your hands as I showed you earlier, that those are the epithelial cell or the epidermis cell, that those form the cellular layer or the cells. Coming to the cell theory, students, you can see or read it here that the two famous scientists, Sheldon and Swan, gave the cell theory and told that and said that there are basic 3 points of the cell theory. Those basic 3 points of the cell theory are: all living organisms are composed of one or more cells. All living, and the cell is the basic and unit of, as it is the definition of the cell, that is the cell is the functional and structural unit of life. Third point is that cells arise from pre-existing cells. They named it as cellular e cellula. Cellular e cellula means cells arise from one old cell to a new cell. As you all know, from old leaf arise from a new leaf arise from an old leaf. In the same way, cells arise from the pre-existing cells, and in this way the older cells has to be replaced from the newer cells. In the number of cells, students, you can see basically two types of cells, that is the unicellular cells and the multicellular cells. Unicellular cells means the cells that are made up of organisms that are made up of only one cells, that is the amoeba and paramecium you can see in them. In the multicellular cells, the organisms are made up of more than one cells. More than one cells means you can see plants, animals, and even human beings are all made up of multicellular cells. Means these plants, animals, and the human beings are all comes under the category of the multicellular cells, and amoeba and paramecium, that organism made up of only one cell, comes under the unicellular cells. This is little bit about the cells. Further we will discuss the shape of cells, structure, size of cells, and the structure of cells and its function. Okay, that's all. Thank you.